I sold my late wife's engagement ring without telling her parents, and now they're threatening to sue me and saying I betrayed their daughter's memory. I haven't slept properly in days trying to figure out if I actually did something unforgivable or if grief is making everyone irrational. My wife Rachel died 16 months ago from complications during what should have been a routine surgery. She was 31. We'd been married for 4 years and together for 7. I'm still not okay, and I don't know if I ever will be. After she died, her parents Tom and Linda were around constantly. At first it helped having them there, but after a few months it started feeling suffocating. They'd come over unannounced, rearrange things in the house, tell me I wasn't grieving the right way. Linda would cry every time she saw Rachel's photos, and Tom would just sit in silence staring at the wall. I get that they lost their daughter, but I lost my wife and I needed space to process that without them constantly in my living room. The ring itself was beautiful. It had been Tom's grandmother's ring, a vintage setting with a 1-carat diamond that Tom gave me when I proposed. It meant a lot to their family, and I knew that. Rachel wore it every day until she went into the hospital. The nurses gave it back to me in a plastic bag with her other belongings, and I kept it in my bedside drawer because I couldn't figure out what else to do with it. About 3 months ago, things got really bad financially. Rachel had been the primary earner in our household. She was a pharmacist, making almost twice what I make as a middle school teacher. When she died, I suddenly had half the income, but the same mortgage, same bills, same everything. I burned through our savings on funeral costs and medical bills that insurance didn't cover. I was drowning. I picked up a summer job doing construction on weekends and sold a bunch of our stuff. Our TV, some furniture, her car. I was getting by, but barely. Then my own car broke down and the repair was going to be $3,000. I didn't have it. I was looking at title loans and credit card debt I'd never climb out of on a teacher's salary. That's when I thought about the ring. I did research and found out it was worth about $12,000. That would fix my car, catch up my mortgage, and give me a small cushion. I wrestled with it for 2 weeks. I knew Tom and Linda would lose it if they found out. But Rachel was my wife, and legally the ring became mine when she died. I needed the money and it was just sitting in a drawer doing nothing. I took it to a jeweler and sold it. Used the money to fix my car and pay bills. I felt relief for the first time in months, like I could actually breathe. I didn't tell Tom and Linda because I knew they'd react badly, and I didn't want the confrontation. Last week, Linda asked if she could have the ring to keep as a memory of Rachel. My stomach dropped. I tried to deflect and said I'd think about it. She kept pushing and eventually I admitted I'd sold it. She started screaming at me on the phone, calling me heartless and a disgrace. Tom called an hour later and said I had no right to sell a family heirloom, that I should have offered it back to them if I didn't want it. I tried to explain my financial situation and he said I should have asked them for help instead. They're now saying the ring was only loaned to me for the proposal and marriage, that it should have reverted back to their family when Rachel died. They've talked to a lawyer about suing me for the value. Linda left me a voicemail sobbing about how I erased the last physical piece of her daughter. My own parents think I should have asked Tom and Linda first before selling it. My brother says they're being unreasonable and it was legally mine to sell. I keep going back and forth. Part of me thinks I had every right to sell my own property to keep myself afloat, but another part feels sick about it, like maybe I really did betray Rachel somehow. I couldn't afford to keep a $12,000 ring as a memorial when I couldn't pay my mortgage. That feels practical to me, not heartless. But Linda's voicemail plays in my head at night, and I wonder if I'm just telling myself that to feel better. Am I the asshole?